Hello, Bobby and Kyle from Forsaken Legends, and this video is all about guilds and the support that we have for them. We love guilds, we love playing in guilds, and we love the whole aspect and just the overall feel and environment of guilds. So we have full guild support in Forsaken Legends, and we want to offer guilds a lot of tools that help their organization and growth. Just keep everything organized and just help them out along the way. So one of the things that we're offering is guild forums. So you can actually have your own sub-forum that's private or public on our forums that only your guild will have access to. And it's basically, the guild admin will be able to set different sub-forums, whether it's general chat, raid schedules. You can create events. Really, you can do anything you want with those sub-forums. And, they're totally under your guys' control for the guild. And you can use them to stay in touch, keep in contact, schedule events, and just talk back and forth and just have fun. The next thing that we're building in is guild ranks, of course. So you're going to have your guild leaders, you could have your lieutenants, you could have your sergeants, and then you can have your enlisted folks. Kind of like a military structure, and it ties right into our voice communication that we're building into the game, where during a raid or when you're in a guild group, the guild leader can set the chat mode, whether it's open or structured. So whether if the guild chat is set to open, then everyone can talk with each other. It's full VoIP, talking back and forth. But if, let's say, you start a boss fight and you need a more structured communication channel, so what the guild leader does is he flips a switch and it turns it into kind of like a military rank structure communication, where the guild leader will have a button that he can hold down and talk to his lieutenants. Okay, the lieutenants might be in charge of healing, tanking, melee damage, spell damage, and then of course you're going to have your sergeants or the next rank under them, who might have 3 or 4 people under them. So all the way down the chain of command, people will be able to talk to specifically who they need to talk to at that time. So that way you don't have 50, 60, 70, 80, or however many people we get into a guild instance all talking over each other, where the healers are needing to switch up who they're healing, if they're out of mana, or any number of thousands of things that can happen in a guild raid. You don't have to worry about everyone talking over each other. And as long as your lieutenants and sergeants can kind of multitask with conversations in their head, then everything will be fine. Did I explain that in a way that made sense?
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Okay. The next thing is guild plots of lands. So guilds will be able to claim large plots of lands where they can build massive fortresses on them, have tons of AI people running around, gathering stuff for them, running stuff back and forth from towns, and just basically, I almost want to say it's like a mini city. I think you could describe it like that. With all the AI that's going to be going around them, that they can build into it, and the size of the structures that they'll be able to build, you might as well call it a small town.
Yeah, basically. All the NPCs, the vendors that you can hire, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So guilds will be able to build in whether it's PvE or PvP. Or if you're really crazy, you can build in the hardcore area. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but I guess you could. The way building will work on a guild land is all based on rank. So a guild leader could say, well, I only want my lieutenants to be able to actually place structures down or remove them or move them around, but I want everyone to be able to put materials into our guild bank that they have access to on our guild property, our vaults, or things like that, so that everyone can put materials in, but only select people could pull them out to actually take those raw materials and smelt them into something else or build them into something else. So it'll be a fully organized structure there around access to all of the guild property. And of course that goes into the guild bank that they'll have access to on the guild property, to where guild leaders will be able to manage everything like that. The other stuff that we can add in easily with the guilds is salaries for the guild leaders out of the guild bank, that sort of thing that the guild leader could set to help kind of offset some players' costs, or compensate them for their time, that sort of thing, to help run your guild. And of course, if you guys have any other guild features that you would love to see in the game, please just leave a comment, and we'll do our best to incorporate them into the game as long as it fits into the overall structure of how we have everything laid out. Other than that, unless you have any other comments about guilds,
I think you covered about everything.
Awesome. We will see you in another video. See ya.